one of the most annoying things in all of probate, and there are plenty of things to be annoyed about in probate, but if you cannot find a beneficiary or an heir in probate, you've got a lot of problems on your hands. So today I wanted to talk to you about what happens if you can't find an heir in probate. Before I dive into that, I want to let you know how to find me. You can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, and schedule for a free consultation over the phone with me. So if you can't find an heir, let's talk about it, because that's a big problem. You're supposed to be able to find heirs, and you're supposed to notify them that says, hey, you're supposed to receive something under this estate. That's great whenever you have everybody getting along, everybody knows where to find people, but what happens if you can't find someone? They got ostracized from the family, they don't want to talk anymore, etc., etc. That happens more often than you would think, and unfortunately, in that circumstance, you can't just simply go to the judge and say, I don't know, this guy hasn't been around for several years. Instead, the judge is going to say, hey, you need to go look, like diligently look. You can't just look them up on Facebook and see what's up. You can't just, try to give them a call on their cell phone from 5 years ago that you got from them. No, like you have to go find them. A judge in some probates, not all, but in some probates, they're going to appoint an additional attorney to be in charge of unknown or unfound heirs that we can't find. So if we don't know about them, if we can't find them, we have to make sure that we can identify them, make sure we have something set aside for them. And on top of that, you have to diligently look for them. So that's going to include possibly hiring a private investigator. You're going to have to show that you diligently searched all social media, their emails, you hired, I don't know, those random third-party websites that find people through insurance deposits. I don't know, like there are a lot of different creative ways to look for it, but you have to be able to show the government and the judge that you tried very hard. That being said, even after you try really hard and you can't find anybody, then the judge may say, okay, we can continue forward, but we're going to set aside parts of the estate until we find that person. So the judge will say, hey, if the estate is worth $400,000 and you have 4 beneficiaries, one of them we can't find, I need $100,000 to put in an escrow account. Sometimes you have to put it with the judge itself, the court itself. Sometimes you have to put it with a third party, but at the end of the day, they're going to ask for a large check of money and put it off to the side and say, we are waiting until we can find this person. And they're going to hold it there indefinitely until we do find that person. So even after you can't find them and you split everything up, there's an incentive to make sure that that money actually ends up going to the right place, because you don't want it sitting there forever. You don't want the government to hold that money. So that's the problem. It's not easy, it's not fun, and I don't recommend it, but you should strongly try to find these people before you file for a probate. And that's why I usually ask about that at the very beginning of everything. So there are other considerations to worry about, but that's kind of the main process. We try to find them diligently. We have systems in place to verify what happens if we can't, and what happens even after you do it. How do you make sure it happens? So if you have any questions on how to find a beneficiary and heir in probate, if you have any questions about probate or how to avoid it in the first place so you don't have to go play Where's Waldo, give me a call. Derek, you can email me as well, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website on the Contact Us page and schedule a call directly onto my calendar, www.legionlawpllc.com. So with that, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.